Hey everyone, and welcome to another episode of Movie Feuds, the show that lets you decide some of the biggest debates in movie history. Today, Adam and I score off on the movie WALL-E. WALL-E takes place in a futuristic scene, post-apocalyptic type things where the world's kind of coming to an end. All the humans have gotten big and fat, now we're like in little space shuttle things, go around the planet. But then there's this little tiny creature robot named WALL-E, who's, I guess he's in it to save the day, wouldn't you say?
I got a confession, Corey. This is one of my favorite movies.
I bet it is. I'm Corey Williamson, and I'll be tearing this movie apart.
I'm Adam Ollinger, and I will represent this with my life.
The first thing I didn't like about WALL-E was the entire lack of dialogue. I don't understand the hype around this movie. Everybody said when it came out this was the great kind of story of how we can like save our planet and how it's going to crap, and who said anything about that? All I hear through the entire movie is Eva!
Listen,
WALL-E,
Corey, it doesn't need to blow a trumpet in your ear. This isn't Kung Fu
I would
Panda.
have enjoyed a trumpet, actually.
This isn't Shrek.
I don't understand why everybody said this was such an emotional movie.
It was.
All I get from the entire movie is two emotions. WALL-E here, and WALL-E here. And then you got this futuristic creature, some kind of like robot from the future. What happened to WALL-E? He was just left aside. He was
That's
in a
exactly
junkyard.
what he was.
His job is to make things into little square blocks. How interesting is that? Oh wait, 45 minutes later, here comes this other little creature from space coming down to see if there's any life on this planet. Well, no, there's no life, and there's never any life, just like this movie.
WALL-E represents innocence. He represents childhood fantasy and whimsy. He takes a simple household object like a plate or a lighter, and he can find the magic and wonder in it. Like, we would just discard it and toss it aside.
Like we should with this movie. The second point about this movie is that we're supposed to believe that humans have gone so far away from Earth and so far beyond that they're just stuck in little pods without little tiny stubby legs. All they do is zip around with their little space shuttles, and they drink out of their big giant Coke cups, and I just don't understand why somebody thinks that. I just don't understand why everybody thinks this is such an uplifting movie when all we see is, destruction of the human race for so long.
This isn't a disaster movie. This isn't Armageddon. This is a love story at heart, and one of the most solid love stories I'll say it, I've ever seen.
Oh, that's depressing, Adam.
The chemistry between WALL-E and Eva is amazing. Like, the fact that Pixar is able to take two inanimate objects, two robots, and give them so much emotion and expression is beyond measure.
I don't know how this can be a love story. This has no dialogue. There's no passion. There's no emotion. All it is two robots zipping around what used to be Earth, and basically they just beep at each other.
You're just not making a good case for yourself if you think a love story has to have sappy, cheesy dialogue. I mean, it's the scenes themselves that represent the love story, the simple things that WALL-E does for Eva. At one point he fashions a hat together and he does a little dance for her, mimicking a classic TV show.
I just felt no emotional connection to these two at all. There was no personification to each of them. I just think that it's, one of those things where you've got lack of cast, lack of voice, and really lack of interest for me.
Wow. WALL-E is willing to jump on this foreign spacecraft and just zoom off into space into the unknown just to find Eva again. Like, hey, if that's not love, I don't know what is.
Look at his alternative. He's sitting around in a pile of junk, picking up spoons where he finds them. If I saw a giant space shuttle, I'd climb aboard too.
I think you're more of a robot than WALL-E is. Listen, he wasn't even programmed to have this emotional response to Eva. It was like brought on because of the situation he was in, which makes it even more incredible. In fact, it's some of the last moments in the movie that really hit home when Eva has to basically reboot WALL-E.
Eva? Eva?
And that is all.
Now that I have you in tears, let me just close my thoughts by saying I hope Pixar is able to take more chances like WALL-E and have to rely less on the cash grabs like Cars 2 and probably a 3 that'll be out there.
So I'm not sure if we'll ever see eye to eye on this one. But the one thing we do know is that you get a chance to say your piece. Leave leave us a comment below, or if you're watching this on YouTube, leave a comment there, and we'll respond.
Did you get that point? No dialogue. But you saw what I did. I grabbed a pop and I took a drink of it. It's brilliant how you don't need dialogue to show something.
Yeah. Until next time, on Movie Feuds. Today, Adam and I square off on WALL-E. Well, an old-time flick, but apparently it's still got a little kick to it.
Old time? It's like 3 years old.
All right, let's start
What
that
is
again.
old to you now? We're keeping
What have
that
you done for me
in.
lately?
We're keeping that in.
Why? Why are you keeping all these
Because it looks
opening
like a
scenes I
fool.
fuck up on? Today, Adam and I square off on... Today, what's your name?
Start over. Yeah, I'm Adam.
Peter?
I'm Peter Parker.